correct, and all I remember was Yuri almost dying from exhaustion. A mimic happened.
Oh my.
All right. We fought that other thing.
Yeah. So, yesterday, the party was able to reach the inner sanctum of the cult of the Hydra. After a brief attempt at negotiation and intrigue with the Lamia, who formed the inner circle of this cult, you slaughtered the matriarch, and the rest of them withdrew to parts unknown, save for one which you captured. After inquiring with her about the nature of the cult, you discovered that they worship a demon lord known as Typhon. Following this interrogation, Yuri went off to, explore and loot. And Yuri experienced what so often befalls those who go and explore and split the party. He was chewed on by a mimic and nearly died. So we resume here with you guys in the obsidian column room. Yuri, incredibly injured, but stable. You guys recorded the loot from last week, right?
I did. Although I don't think I got any.
I don't believe I recorded it, because...
Sleuth, are you here?
Yeah, he was the one who picked it all up.
Yeah, Sleuth was the one who picked it all up.
Apparently not. We haven't heard you talk. I'm not even seeing you key up.
Okay, then. Sleuth is not in the room anyway with the mimic, because he swapped with me.
Mister, I think you're confusing in character versus, just if you paid attention last week.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, I know that right now he is not in the room with us. The only ones in the room were myself, Mornay, Yuri, and what I think the other Warforged is there as well, but I'm not positive. What's his name? I think he was in sure. And I believe and Mornay's about unconscious. He's
Yeah, he's not looking great.
okay.
Gilbert, I do have to confess, I did forget to record how long I'm supposed to be asleep for.
Okay, well, I'm going to pick up all the loot and junk, bring it into the other room.
Okay.
Now, things or just Yuri?
You broke up in the middle. Say again?
I said, do you have all your things or just you? With the loot still. He said he didn't get the loot, so I can pick the loot up, but...
Yeah, I believe you, Sleuth. Thanks.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to pick up all the loot and carry it back in there.
As one does.
I mean, yeah. We'll pick up all the loot and go back in with the rest of the party and wait on the DM so we can talk to the chick. I'm just gonna stuff the loot down in. Okay, I'm gonna take all the loot and I'm just gonna stuff it in Yuri's bag.
Okay.
Right, and then when he dies and, despawns, all the loot goes with him.
I don't despawn. Everything except my clothes will end up in a duffel bag.
Right, we can put all this stuff in a bag, but right now he's the one that carries it because he's the smart one.
Yeah, except you didn't die, you just logged off, and because you weren't here at the start of the session, now all your magic items are gone permanently.
Yeah. Okay. Barotrauma jokes aside.
So underwrite that on your bag because I'm putting it in your stuff.
Okay. I have no complaints about you giving me all of the party's wealth.
Oh god, what the fuck is this?
It's the form fillable PDF because I didn't have time to make a special thing.
Oh, you didn't use the automated one?
The automated
No.
one is faster. What do you mean you didn't have time?
What I mean is, I'm more used to that version, although I didn't want to learn like a new thing really quickly.
No worries.
That's fair.
No,
Sorry, I
I'll-
just looked at the layout like, oh god, what is this?
Yeah, no, like
Yeah, the
If you
default
guys wanna-
layout for like the WotC sheet is fucking terrible.
If you put him into the there's a character sheet in there.
I don't know what you guys use, and I'll redo it for next
pinned.
time.
It's posted in what is that other chat room we got? The other server we got.
It's pinned. Just go to the bottom of the pins. You'll see like a character sheet 2020 1015.
Yeah.
That's a automated sheet where it'll do like math and shit for you.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's so much better. I'll use that for next time.
Yep, no worries.
Be back in 1 second.
Alright, but I've recorded all of that on my sheet, assuming you just shoved it in my backpack.
I did. I just shoved it in there.
Surprisingly, that does not put me overweight. Although I am carrying almost as much weight on my backpack as my character weighs it without it.
Mornay, Sleuth, check your PMs. PM that back to me. Alright. Pete, are you here? Thank you.
9.
I'm back. I also realized I spelled my name wrong on the character sheet.
That is what we know as a oof.
All right. So now that all that back end stuff's been taken care of, what do you all intend to do? Sit in an awkward silence. Okay.
Well, I'm currently asleep. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I know.
I think we were going to chill out for a while.
I mean, I think we're maybe taking a rest. I don't
Take
know.
a short rest, wait for me to wake up.
Sleuth, is there anything that you plan on doing for the next hour? Well, goddamn! Now this hour just feels like a dirty hour.
A dirty hour?
Yeah.
I mean, we need to take a long rest anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that. I'm almost dead.
Is that working?
Yes, I hear
we hear
you.
you now.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Now, who recalls exactly what happened last week at the end of the session?
Yuri got 5 levels of exhaustion.
No.
The snake was getting interrogated.
Yeah, that. But you were closer with the 5 levels part.
We found a bunch of magic shit. And then we used it to cure the exhaustion.
Jesus Christ, I haven't elbowed someone this hard since when I was elbowed by Under first time I ever joined the sessions.
Alright, well, whatever you're referring to, you either I literally forgot it or wasn't here, or something.
Yuri appears to be laying on the ground, stable, but almost entirely dead. Very faint breathing. He has 6 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, we gave him the potion so that he wouldn't have those 6 levels of exhaustion. We already took care of that.
No, you didn't.
I thought that was the last thing we did last week.
Nope.
Alright, well then we should do that, assuming one of us knows what it does.
Crickets.
I mean, I don't have the means to identify a potion. It's just a bottle full of
I
essential.
mean, I'm a fighter.
And he just shoved it in my pack with all the other bottles.
Yeah, we could just start pouring. There's a scroll of lesser restoration. That would get rid of a level of exhaustion.
No, that's greater restoration.
Yeah, you need greater for that.
Lesser is like poison and paralysis and something else.
How long does he have until he wakes up again?
Then, right?
I need to find some caffeine. So what did I miss about that 1 hour, Gilbert?
Well, Yuri's currently almost dead. You estimate that he is about, when he wakes up, he probably won't wake up.
When he wakes
seems
up,
to be
he won't
medically
wake up.
on the downhill.
So can I identify this magic-y looking stuff?
That usually takes an hour, doesn't it?
or a taste test.
I'll do that.
So you open up my pack then to look at the bottles that are inside?
Yeah.
Okay. I have 6 bottles inside my pack.
I'll start taste testing at random then.
Oh my lord.
All right, roll a d6. Underdark, can you tell me what those 2 other vials are? All right. So you taste vial number 4.
I just PM'd you them in order.
Indeed. You taste this liquid, and you can kind of feel some minor wounds begin to patch up a little bit. You believe that is... Wait, 1, 2, 3... Yeah, you believe that's a healing potion.
I'll go with 3 then.
It tastes the same.
5.
This is just alcohol. And a cloth.
6.
Also alcohol and a cloth.
Yeah, he's from the Gnomish Liberation Front, isn't he? 2.
You gave them to me!
You know, you take a little taste test of number 2, and, well, you feel a lot more energized. You feel refreshed. You feel healthier. Potion of Vitality.
I'm just gonna stick that in Yuri's mouth then.
Alright. You stick it in his mouth. Liquid begins to pool in his mouth, and he suffocates on it. I'm joking. Alright. Yes, you successfully fill Yuri's innards with a potion of vitality. And Yuri gains its effects.
Alright, so...
Except it was cursed and I gained a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, so you remove any exhaustion you are currently suffering from. If you had any diseases, those are gone. I don't know if you have any. I didn't give you any, at least. Who knows what kind of venereal disease you might have.
I mean, I'm a gnome. I had all of them.
And as for poisons, none of that's in you anymore. And for the next 24 hours, you regain maximum hit points when you roll any hit die.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You just missed the party, almost forget that Yuri was dying.
Well, at least they did.
Not for lack of trying.
At least they didn't just start pouring potions in at random. That would have been funny.
Alright, well, delete that potion of vitality because that's been used up.
Yep.
What's the plan now? You just sit here?
Find a place to take a long rest.
I mean, that sounds like a good plan to me.
We can head back to the kitchen, get a nice meal.
Sure, let's go do that.
Oh boy, what happened to our prisoner?
I've still got her, right?
You do. She is still here.
Alright.
Surprised she didn't run off when there was just one guard. So, are we letting her go, or what are we doing with her?
It's a good question. What do we do with her? I want to keep her alive. I think she's more useful to us alive than dead. But we should also have everybody who wants to weighing in, so I would say we wait for Yuri to wake up.
I mean, we did promise to let her go, didn't we?
I said I would let her go. I can't speak for the entire party all the time.
I have no problem with that.
We can also, ask more questions. There might be more stuff other than the mimic that she knows about.
Yeah. So we're waiting for Yuri to wake up then?
Yeah, I would say we wait for Yuri to wake up.
Well, this is the dungeon as you know it on this level. So you guys are doing. I haven't really gotten a clear answer on what you're doing.
I thought we were waiting on Uriel to wake up. He's got an hour. We're going to sit and take a short rest while we wait on him to wake up.
All right. Mostly, I was just waiting for an actual affirmative answer of what you're doing, because so far it's a lot of I think we're doing. All right, yeah. So you guys hang out here for an hour. At the end of that hour, you guys have completed a short rest. Yuri, you wake up.
Hey, anyone get the name of that truck? Because I got ran over by something.
That was a mimic.
We got the name. We also got the loot, and saved your life.
Oh, good. I'm just going to take a nap.
Agreed.
And Yuri just goes back to sleep to take an hour nap. Because he's got 1 hit point.
Slip, are we getting Song of Rest?
Yeah.
I'm still not at full health.
Not really much I can do about that.
Alright, yeah, so you guys are just hanging out here for another hour. That hour also completes. Are any of you doing anything for this hour?
I plan to sit here until we finish a long rest.
Oh, so we're actually taking a long... I just wanted to run it past Under's character before we took a long rest. I mean, that's probably what we're going to do, but...
I would suggest that we take a short rest so I can actually get positive hit points besides just 1. And we should probably get out of the dungeon and sleep in the wilderness, where it's a little safer. We're not going to get ambushed by snake ladies. So what I would suggest is we take a short rest, get some hit points. Well, let me get some hit points. And, it looks like there's another section to the dungeon off to the left. We go and clear that and see if there's any more loot, and then we get out of here.
Sleuth, Tyr,
Yep.
update your names.
I mean, that's fine with me. What are we going to do about the chick? Did we let her go, or what are we going to do about the chick? Or the spider lady, or snake lady? The chick. Ah.
I mean, let's go take her back to town. Proof and all that, yada yada.
All right, yeah, that works for me.
Okay. I can carry her.
Say again?
I can carry her.
Okay. I guess the real question is, does anything happen in this next hour? Or can, I get a short rest as well?
That is, in fact, a good question. Let's find out. Alright. So, as you guys are attempting to rest, from down that, farther down that passage, kind of to the southwest there, bottom left, you hear the sound of movement.
That's probably not great.
I will send my owl to investigate, but I will be ready to dismiss it at the sign that something is going to kill it.
I have 120 feet of dark vision. Do I see anything from that direction?
Oh, yes. Yes, you do. You see a giant snake.
A giant snake.
Indeed.
Like the creature, not the monster. Like it's not a Hydra or anything like that. It's just a big snake.
It's a snake.
Yes, like a large snake.
Right. So we saw the captured snake lady, right? The Lamia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I turn around, I'm like, pet or what?
Yeah, can you call it off, or we're gonna kill it?
It's a pet.
Can you? I assume you don't want us just to butcher it. So why don't you like call out to it and calm it down so we don't have to turn it into, snake kebabs.
All right, yeah. She begins speaking in a tongue you do not recognize. And you can see the snake that was slithering down the hallway kind of stop and kind of coil up in that area. But it has stopped. It has stopped advancing.
Wonderful.
It's not, what was it they were speaking earlier? Abyssal?
It is not.
Okay. So,
Anything else happen?
No, nothing else occurs.
Great. I am no longer bloodied, having used hit dice. All right, guys. Well, I'm ready to keep going. Shall we check out that left tunnel? I start wandering down that left tunnel.
Yeah, I follow.
When I mean left, I mean like opposite not the far left one, but the smaller, more machined-looking one.
Is someone going to stay to guard or bring her with us?
and I'll stay with her, or I can bring her with.
I say she should come with us if we're leaving here. So, yeah.
Well, it's more let's check out this other, well-made area, and then we can get out of here.
Yeah, all right. Let's take her with us then.
Okay.
Don't want to leave her alone.
I would be
Alrighty.
staying with her. I'm not sure if bringing her into what could be a fight is a great idea. If you guys say it's a good idea, then I'll go along with it, but
I kind of sidle up next to him and whisper at him. I don't think it's a great idea to leave her in yelling distance with the snake pet with only one guard. She sticks the pet on you, you get eaten, we're none the wiser, we come back, and there's no one here.
Point taken.
So bringing her along, I mean, don't have to, use her in combat, but just bring her along as a hostage might be useful.
Okay. I'll carry her along.
Ooh, is that a tapestry I see on the wall?
It is. It's very similar to the one from the other side of the hallway.
Okay.
It depicts a rather well endowed snake woman.
Nice. I look behind it to see if there's anything on the wall.
There is not.
Okay. Go to the first door and I check it to see if it's trapped.
Already? Give me an investigation check.
This snake woman, is it the matron we fought?
No, she's a mook.
The matron's dead.
Yeah, the one on the tapestry. Is that supposed to be of the matron or another?
No, it does not look like it depicts the matron in question.
Okay.
Alrighty, yeah, you don't think that this door is trapped.
I open the door.
Alrighty, yeah. In here, you see a wine room. Fancy, expensive bottles of wine, the few that remain full at least, fill the occasional spot on the shelf here.
I check the wine for secrets and valuables.
Investigation check.
This is starting to feel like deja vu.
Honestly, I was hoping you'd nat one so I could just repeat the scene again. Yeah, you poke around here. This time not dropping any expensive wine, but find nothing noteworthy.
Unfortunate. To the next. Is there another way out of here?
No, it's just a 5-foot deep room.
Alright, to the next room. And I check that door for traps.
How expensive is the wine?
It's swill.
It would be classified as fine wine.
Among Yuri's many professions, sommelier was not one of them.
Alright, so you said you're checking the next room?
Next door for traps, yeah.
Investigation check. Alrighty. This door is locked.
I pull out my thieves' tools and I unlock it.
Thieves' tools check. The door is now unlocked.
I open the door.
Alright. Inside of this 15 by 15 foot room, you can see some nests of bedding made out of silk and pillows, along with a bookshelf, a nightstand, and a small writing desk.
I go over to the writing desk. Is there anything on it?
There is. It contains a grocery list.
What's on it?
From what you can make out of these scribblings, it would appear to be a missive, maybe for one of the cultists, that they need to pick up more wine. The wine cellars are getting a little thin.
Okay. Is there a drawer or any containers on the writing desk?
Yeah. There's a hinge on the desk itself, like it's meant to lift up.
I'd like to check it for traps.
All right, investigation check. It is locked.
Not for long.
You hear a click, and you're pretty sure it's open.
I open it.
All right, yeah. Inside of this writing desk, you can see some more writing supplies, some paper and ink, as well as a scroll tube.
Eldritch Sight. Is Scroll 2 magical? Or
It
contain
is.
magic? Okay. Is the scroll tube itself magical, or is the magic inside of it?
The tube itself is magical.
Does it look like it's the counterpart to my scroll of sending? Or my tube of scroll sending?
It looks identical, save for being colored blue instead of red.
I quickly, take the grocery list and put it in the tube I found in the desk.
All right. It disappears.
Does it appear in the tube that I have?
It does.
Excellent. Guys, we found the other end of this damn tube. And you said there's also a ink vial?
Yes. 3 of them.
Bro, did you just give us teleportation?
No.
He gave us communication.
Point-to-point communication, though. Oh, God.
How many pieces of paper?
20.
Okay. Can I search this desk for any hidden compartments?
You can. There are no hidden compartments.
Alright, great. Cool. I'm going to wander over to the bookcase and start looking through it.
Indeed, you start looking over the bookcase. It is overwhelmingly smut and trashy romance novels.
I'm gonna ask the Lamia if she's got a favorite.
She kind of shrugs.
Do these...
Shelf to number 7.
I look at... first I look at Eldritch Sight. Are any of these things magical?
None of them are magical.
Alright, I go to the book she indicated.
It is... okay, so you see the book.
Mm-hmm.
Are you touching the book?
Yeah, I pull the book off the shelf.
All right, you pull the book off the shelf. Yeah, this is... This is just a trashy romance novel.
Is it worth anything?
Not really.
Okay. I put it in my backpack.
You know how books in D&D are worth 25 gold? This is a trashy romance novel. By filling the book with that information, you have depreciated the book.
How much is it worth then?
5 silver.
This information has a negative value.
Yeah, but still, this way she's reading the book instead of plotting our demise.
I'm gonna look for a few interesting titles and pick them off the shelf.
You are able to find some.
You don't have anything else I want to do?
No, I'm ready to move on.
Alright, guess we're moving on then.
Alright, we head out of the room, back to the pillar area.
Does that tapestry look like it's worth anything?
I mean, probably.
Yuri, is there any magic around it?
Look, is there any magic around it?
There is a very, very faint abjuration magic on it.
It's haunted, but other than that, it's good.
A haunted tapestry sounds like a collector item. I'm gonna take it down.
Alright, you do so. Unless I'm crazy, most tapestries are pretty thick sheets of fabric, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's say that thing's like, what, 25
It's like
pounds?
it's like a rug you hang up on the wall.
Yeah, that's like 25, 30 pounds, I'm going to guess.
There are many tapestries.
And if you are a Scottish lord, then I am Mickey Mouse.
You guys hear a comedic punching sound effect in the background.
You hear the sound of a 2x4 hitting a watermelon.
Foley artistry is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can make a wet foot sound by taking a cut open pineapple and, foot taps on a cutting board.
There's this video of them making the sounds for an old Mickey Mouse cartoon or something. It's the silliest shit I've ever seen. Oh, let's get back on topic.
Yep. So you're not exploring the other door?
Wait, there's another door?
Yeah.
Oh shit, no, I didn't know there was another door. Yeah, I go and check that door for traps. So now I'm all excited. There's another door.
Indeed. There's always another door.
There was no other door in the wine room.
That you found.
There was no other door in the wine room.
Right. Whatever lets you sleep at night.
Well, usually I find that getting 0 hit points makes me sleep real well.
Alright.
But no, I checked the door for traps.
Alrighty. Investigation check. You don't believe this door to be trapped.
I opened the door.
The door opens.
Before or after he sets off the trap?
The room here is fashioned in a similar manner to the one that you've just come from. You see two more, nests of silken pillows, a second writing desk, and on the south wall, another tapestry.
What's this a tapestry of?
This one depicts a stylized version of that statue that you saw out in the pool room of Typhon, along with a number of Lamia attendants surrounding him.
Oh, neat. I go and look behind it. Is there anything behind it?
There is. There's a 6-foot wide passageway extending 20 feet to the south, opening up into a room with obsidian pillars.
Oh, it's a loop.
Yes.
And here I was getting all excited. Well, Catherine, if you want another tapestry for your collection, go check out the writing desk.
Take down the tapestry while he does that.
All right. You head to the writing desk.
Anything on it?
Yes. This one appears to have an unfinished sketch on top.
What of?
Smut.
Ah, they were self-publishing their hentai. Got it.
Nobody
I
else
I
wants
take
to
the
out
smut.
of pocket. Ah,
Is it like snake smut or something?
Yeah, they're Lamia. It's snake smut.
Figures. I opened the writing desk. Is there anything inside?
Yes. There is 20 sheets of paper and some ink, charcoal, an abacus, 2 protractors.
How many vials of ink?
3.
Okay. Oh, and I checked the writing desk for hidden compartments.
Alrighty, give me an investigation check.
You say it had obsidian pillars in the middle of the room?
Yeah, down south. You do not find any hidden compartments.
All right. Well, guess that's it, guys. Let's go home.
Before you get too excited, there is also a door on the west wall of this room.
Oh,
That time I just fucked up and didn't say it.
never mind. I go and check the door for traps.
Give me an investigation check. There are no traps here.
I open the door.
Indeed. You open the door into a 15-foot by 15-foot room, at the far end of which is a wash basin and a small fountain, kind of set into an alcove.
is this their bathroom?
Eldritch Sight. Is any of it magical?
The fountain is magical.
Oh, hey guys, it's a magic fountain. I wander over towards it.
All right. You do so.
Any particular school of magic?
Conjuration.
Are there knobs on the fountain?
There is.
Are they labeled?
There are no labels.
How many knobs are there?
2.
I tried the right one.
Cold water.
All right, you try the right one. More water begins coming out.
Okay. I close that one off.
All right.
And I try the left one.
All right. More water begins coming out.
Uh-huh. I turn them both on.
Water begins coming out.
Uh-huh. Is the water going anywhere?
No. You notice that the water pours into the basin, but it stops building up after it gets to be about 2/3 of the way full of this shallow basin.
We should take this with us, guys. This is cool.
Is it too early to call dibs?
Do you think you can lift it?
How heavy is it?
Well, it's made out of stone, something that shape. Oh. Yeah, 120.
Can somebody carry a couple of my things? Like, if someone can carry 30 pounds of my stuff, I can carry it.
I can carry anything. I am a fighter. Strength base.
I will toss Alpha my backpack and pick up this basin.
Don't forget the spigot.
I will take the spigot too. The whole kit and caboodle.
All right, you take the whole thing.
See, that's the kind of loot I'm talking about. Magic shit. Is there another door out of this room?
Not that you see, just the one that you came in from.
Check for hidden doors.
Investigation check. You don't find any hidden doors, but you do find a section of the southern wall where the bricks are looser and less evenly set into the wall.
Hey guys, I bet the way out's this way.
I bet you're right.
Are they loose enough that I could just pull them out?
They are well stacked on each other. You think it might take a bit of force to open it up.
Hey Alpha, would you mind opening up this wall? It's being particularly stubborn.
Yes, I will open the wall. I go up and start smashing the wall. Does it
Alright.
need the strength save?
No. You start knocking bricks out of place. And as the last set of bricks kind of tumbles out of the way, you have a narrow opening into a rough-hewed stone room. Looks like a bit of a natural cavern.
What do my gnome eyes see?
Well, you can see that about 10 feet in, it expands into a more open cave. You can't really see much else from that position, though.
Because there's walls and stuff? Because I have 120 feet dark vision.
Yep, 1 second while I kind of illuminate the area.
Mm-hmm. Well, I walk in there.
Alrighty, you walk in. 1 moment.
What's the worst that could happen?
A lot.
We've survived Lamia, we've survived mimics. You've looted their bathroom. Like, literally stolen their entire bathroom set. They have no interior plumbing now.
Those are big fancy words. Is that gnomish?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Were there like any beauty products in the bathroom? Those could be worth money.
No, there wasn't.
Really? All right.
Honestly, if we're doing all this, we should steal the wine too. How many bottles were there?
Sure. I mean, you're welcome to go back there and loot them.
I don't suppose any of that snake smut or could be worth money.
No, I remember I asked about that.
Oh yeah, you did.
Alright, so as you step inside, and this kind of cave opens up to your sight, you can see that there is a bricked off section towards your left-hand side to the east, and a bit of tunnel that stretches off to your right towards the west.
Cool. Well, I mean, we can wait here while Artie goes and grabs all the wine if he wants it.
I'll go and grab all the wine. How much wine do I grab?
You acquire 10 bottles of wine.
How about the doors? Do the doors look particularly valuable?
The doors are made of mahogany.
Alright, pop the pins on the doors. We're taking those too.
Mahogany?
Are they really?
Yes, the doors are made of mahogany.
Is it actually valuable here?
Probably not that valuable.
1 second.
Probably not worth the wait.
The bandits will all come back and, like, the desk and the beds are still there, but we've taken their doors and their indoor plumbing.
I don't know if you can put a building up on blocks, but we're gonna find out.
Can't have shit in these part of town, right?
Yeah.
Hey, they're the reason why other people can't have shit. Probably.
Alrighty, let's see here. Mahogany.
That's come a long way. It's a tropical tree.
Yes. Mahogany is not found in these parts.
Damn, they had to import that. That or it's magic.
Apparently, mahogany also mahogany also produces fruit and seeds.
So I guess the real question is, how much would a door worth of mahogany be worth?
What is a comparable trade good in D&D under?
Let me get the table out.
Like let's see, timber?
Well, no, it's like a specialty timber.
Right. So I'm trying to find like what regular timber's worth.
Right. So it's not on their list because their list is stupid and small. Let me pull up the big list.
The big list?
Yeah.
Here we go. Trade goods. Oh yeah, I've got the stupid and small list that only has like spices and shit. Also, I'd love to know where this big list is. Is it in the DMG?
No, it's an old book called Aurora's Whole Realms Catalog.
Oh.
But it covers items. It doesn't have necessarily trade goods. That's what I'm just checking. Like it has some. It has like exotic like foods and spices and things.
Common lumber would be pretty cheap. In your
Yeah,
area.
Comber lumber would be super cheap.
I would, for like a plank, I would be guessing at least a couple gold pieces.
Lumber might be cheap, but it might also be a protected good that you'd have to be with a guild in order to sell legally.
Mm-hmm.
In Hymnum, what isn't protected by the guild?
Well, it's more
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
you know, small pieces of timber wouldn't be protected, but like long, straight pieces would generally be reserved for government use because those are harder to get. And they do things like make ships out of them and ship masts.
Yeah, and also the guild doesn't want non-guild affiliated traders trading in bulk.
I love the questions we have to find answers for.
Hold on, let's put the session on hold to talk about the economy.
Well, seriously, I can't make these things so valuable that you guys start taking the doors off of every structure.
You could. It wouldn't be a good idea, but you could.
Well, you could make it valuable,
Well,
but
they got fucking hemp
imported-
rope listed in here, but they don't have.
You know, okay. So,
do you guys got a fence?
given how D&D wood is probably cheap as fuck, and this is mahogany, so it's imported, and these are pretty good doors, I'm going to put their purchasing price, if you were buying them, at 10 gold a pop.
That seems... Oh, well, I guess it is imported.
I mean, that
It's
seems
like-
like it's worth taking all the doors, too, with us.
That's also, to an average person, 10 straight days of skilled labor exclusively for that door.
I don't know, this doesn't seem worth it. I don't like the idea of carrying around a door.
I mean, I'm not strong enough to do it, so in the end, it's your guys' call.
Oh, with my backpack gone, I've got enough room for it.
An entire door in your backpack?
I handed my backpack off. I have the weight to just strap a door to my back.
Yep, timber is not listed in Aurora's Whole Realm Catalog. That's an oversight of there.
Indeed. You should write a stern letter to Wizards of the Coast.
No, this would be pre-Wizards of the Coast. This would be I'd have to write a stern letter to TSR.
Okay,
How
okay.
dare they?
So you type it up, send it over to me, I'll print it out, and I'll drive up to Gygax's grave and I'll put it on it.
Well, you could just hand it to his son. He's still there.
What
It
a
feels,
doesn't send
that
the same
feels
message.
worse.
It doesn't send the same message.
the sins of the father.
Your father did not include the price of timber. It ruined our immersion.
I can just see that. Like you
One
drive
star.
up. You just drive up to Ernie Gygax and like, I'm here to visit the sins of the father on the son.
Bernie Gygax awakens in a dark room tied to a chair.
Okay, this is getting weird. Let's settle down.
I'm surprised it took this long to get weird.
All right, yeah. Okay, fine. We'll leave the doors. How about obsidian? How valuable is obsidian? So there's like these whole ass obsidian pillars here.
I don't know, I think we're a bit past that technologically.
Okay.
Actually, Underdark's not crazy for asking that. In ancient Greece, obsidian was a rather valued decorative material. It was actually really difficult to get. In most of the Aegean, there were only a couple of places that you could get it from, and you had to import it.
It was at one point considered a ornamental gemstone.
Yeah, no, I mean, it looks pretty.
No, I meant that like there's like 3 classifications of value of gemstone: precious, semi-precious, and ornamental.
So it was considered a gemstone, you mean?
Yeah, it was up there with things like turquoise and jade and agate.
That's crazy to me. That's like...
It was a crystal gem?
Yeah, no, seriously. Obsidian at one point wasn't just used for tools. It later became considered really bitchin' to use for decoration.
Mister, was that a fucking Steven Universe reference?
Yes. You caught that though, so what does that say?
I'm upset that I caught that. Anyway,
Alrighty.
All right, well, yeah, if I already grabbed the wine, we should start heading out the west here. This leads out to the exit.
Of this cave?
Well, obviously, it must lead towards the exit. It's at the end of the dungeon. It always wraps around to the beginning. Oh, never mind.
You walk into a dead end.
I checked the dead end for secret doors.
Okay.
Door opens and you hear a strange sound. You have found the secret.
Yeah, you're poking around here. You don't find any secret doors.
Okay.
You do find some script chiseled in to the stonework. It's almost impossible to make out, but you can definitely see the indicators of chiseled stone.
So when you mean chiseled stone, you mean like somebody wrote something here?
Yes.
Okay. Can I take some of that, like some of that ink I have, like dab it onto like a piece of paper and smear it onto the wall so that the ink goes into the crevices left behind by whatever was chiseled in there, but then I wipe it off the outer surface so it actually like has contrast to make it easier to read?
Indeed you can. It is not in a language. What languages do you know, Yuri?
I know Common, Gnomish, and Undercommon.
Yeah, it is not in a language that you know.
Hey, does anybody know what this says?
Is it in deep, abyssal, or celestial?
Is it in Thieves' Cant?
It is in Celestial.
I can read that. I'll go on and take a gander.
See, like a dumbass, I didn't actually type this up ahead of time, so I have to fucking do it again. 1 second.
Tisk tisk, Gilbert. What are we gonna do with you?
Parts of it are still illegible due to wear.
Uh-huh.
I'll ask the Llama if she knew what that said.
No. The Lamia does not know what it reads.
I'll have to work on this, but it probably says here lies something.
I mean, here lies still leaves a couple of blanks, so I'm wondering if HER is actually the first part of a name, especially given the Nami, and then something enchanted stone.
Well, some of those blanks, let's see here, blank space blank s space. Nomine. Enchan. No, that's too many. Something like here lies Nomine enchanted stone. But no, that doesn't line up.
Hmm.
Well, I take a rubbing of it. Well, I guess more of a pressing since I filled the letters with ink. But you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Well, I was transferring over the notes. I fucked up the sequence there. There we go. Got the spacing wrong. Alright.
I use Eldritch Sight. Is any of this stone around us enchanted?
I already sniffed this place for demons, and it smells like demons.
Mm-hmm.
You check this place for magic, Yuri. A section of the stone in front of you is affected by transmutation.
Mm-hmm. So anybody got any magic that might help with the magic stone shit that may not be, should be stone?
We have a pearl worth 100 gold for identify.
I can identify it.
Okay. Go for it.
I cast Identify.
One second. Gotta double check a feature of Identify. Flesh to stone.
Like, this is stone that used to be flesh, or am I turning into stone?
No. Like, you touch the wall, and Identify tells you that it's affected by flesh to stone.
Wait, the column is with the writing on it is been cast flesh to stone.
No, not a column. There's a section of it. Let me show you.
The wall.
There's a section of this wall here that is affected by flesh to stone.
Okay, so if we cast Dispel Magic, that would reveal whatever the fleshy is behind there, right?
Do you have Dispel Magic?
Well, no, but I'm figuring one of our casters does.
We're level 4.
Dispel Magic is what, level 2 spell?
It's a level 3 spell.
Oh, well, then never mind.
We can come back for it later, but
Wait.
who knows when that will
Wait. The scroll. Don't we have a scroll of lesser restoration? Wouldn't that break the flesh
No.
Once again,
stone spell?
that's greater. If
Oh.
greater even does it.
Lesser restoration basically doesn't do anything.
And it's paralysis and poison.
Yeah, which are all effects that usually wear off after like a minute. If not like a couple hours or something.
It can also cure disease.
It can also do that.
Well, shit. We gotta have something. Unless we have to come back.
Yep.
And that's...
We've got nothing.
Then we have to come back.
And have you guys got a pickaxe?
Funny you should mention it. I don't have a pickaxe, but I do have a sledgehammer and a battering ram.
I mean, I was thinking of extracting the petrified part of the wall from the rest of the wall.
That would be immensely heavy. I don't know how we would get that back.
You could carry it.
I could carry a relatively heavy human if I was carrying nothing else.
And a petrified creature is nothing if not a relatively heavy human.
Would the boat carry it?
I mean, I'll put some perspective here. If this is a creature, this thing is size large.
Oh. Never mind.
Just carry it with the door.
We'll use the doors to build ourselves a bigger boat to carry the stone. Alright, I guess we'll just have to come back some other time. Nothing we can really do with this, I think.
Not yet, at least.
Well, I suppose this is the end of the dungeon, so might as well head back. We should probably swing by those kitchens and let the halflings know the coast is clear.
Before we go, I'll just... Lamia, is there yet? Which room was yours? And do you have anything you want to take with?
The second room you went to would be mine, and not particularly.
Okay. Would you be upset if I poked my head in and looked around?
Not at all.
Before we head out, I'd like to do that, just see what they had on them.
See what who had on them.
Not on their person in their room. What the Lamia did, like how much stuff they had. I need caffeine. I'm gonna go find coffee.
Pretty much standard bard fare, Sleuth.
Ah, standard bard affair. Okay. I'll take some souvenirs.
Alrighty. What are the rest of you doing?
Waiting for him before we head out of the dungeon.
I only need like a minute to poke around, grab some stuff, and leave.
Right, yeah. So when you finish that, I think we leave the dungeon unless someone else has something they want to do. Doesn't sound like it, so we leave.
Alrighty.
We do stop by the kitchen to let the halflings know the coast is clear, though.
Hooray! Hooray!
Are they done with dinner yet?
They are.
Do we want to stop and eat?
I do.
I mean, might as well. No sense letting the food go to waste.
No, it's the Warforged is the one that said stop me.
I care about the health of my teammates.
I wouldn't say no to a snack.
We eat.
Who is Jaeger? Why do we have a character named Jaeger?
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
We haven't met anyone named Jaeger yet.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What is your first name? Aaron?
Shh.
I know
Richard?
Jaeger. He makes some pretty bad whiskey, really, but it's the thought that counts. I think it's supposed to be whiskey.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, so you guys hang out here, eat. Then what are you doing?
Leave.
Alright. You guys exit with the halflings the way you entered, through the back door to the cult base, emerging to the surface of this island through some ruins.
I'm going to keep the Lamia chained with me.
Alright. Okie dokie. It looks like it's getting to be early evening. The adventuring day will end in about 2 hours.
So enough time to get to the coast where we parked the boat?
Oh yeah.
Alright. Yeah, we can camp on the shoreline.
How big is this boat?
You have 2 rowboats. Each one can carry 3 people, including a pilot.
And all the gear?
A good question.
Well, we could leave the gear here, but then if you leave me here with the gear, then I'll eat it. But then if you leave the gear on the other side,
Snake will eat it.
there you go. What you gotta do is take me and the gear over there, then take the snake back.
Alrighty, so what we have here is... Oh, I'm sorry. So a rowboat has 2 passengers and 2 crew, and a cargo capacity of 0.25 tons.
500 pounds. Ton is 2,000 a quarter. That is 500.
Mm-hmm. Which raises a question. Do you guys have enough shit that wouldn't be possible?
I am carrying 240 pounds of stuff right now.
I'm mostly carrying paper.
I'm not carrying anything extra. I just have 181 pounds on me.
I'm carrying 120 pounds right now. So
Doesn't
I've got
sound
plenty.
like cargo capacity is going to be limiting us as much as people capacity.
How long of a trip is it? Is it just across a river? Or is it going to be upstream?
Well, you guys did row here from Hymnum.
Yeah, is it reasonable for us just to make multiple trips tomorrow?
I mean, I don't know. Sounds like it's something up to you guys. If you think
How
that's
long did it
reasonable.
take is my question.
Shit, let me double check what that was. It took about 5 hours to get out here.
Do any of you happen to be a Marine?
To do what?
So that they could make 2 trips?
I work at a tavern. I mostly play the violin. I don't know how to work boats.
I know how to work boats.
I know how to push an oar, and that's about it.
I mean, I'm proficient in water vehicles, if that's what you mean.
No, I meant the expanded before they get exhausted thing.
Oh. Yeah, well, we might have to leave some stuff then.
Well, we might have to leave some people.
How do we not have enough room for 9 people? We don't have 9 people.
I thought it was 6 people.
It's a pilot and 3 passengers. 2 crew,
passengers.
2 passengers.
Yeah, we have 3 boats.
Yeah, you have 2 rowboats, which can carry 4 people total. 2 of them are rowing, 2 of them are passengers.
So we can carry 8 people with both rowboats. Total.
Correct.
And there are 6 party members, a captive Lamia, and how many halflings?
6.
Certainly the halflings count for half the space.
That's fair. That's fair. The halflings count as half a passenger.
Okay.
So really only have 3 that you have to account for.
We also only have 5 party members present, don't we?
I'm not dead.
You also only count as half a passenger.
Alpha, Artie, Catherine, Mornay, Yuri.
Oh, I counted the DM.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that you consider me part of the party.
Yeah, but you don't take up space on the rowboat. You are the rowboat.
And you better remember it.
We've got 6 and 7 halves. Which is a total of numbers 6.
More than 8.
9.5. So one of the boats is going to have to make a second trip. Who's willing to be we'll call him a forward recon because that sounds more official. Take a few people across the river, take a boat back, and those people just get walking and we kind of leapfrog.
I'll do it.
Here, you should take the scroll tube of sending. one of them so that we can communicate.
The Lamia is going to clear her throat and pipe up at this point. I could just as easily just swim off if you'd prefer. Save you all the extra effort.
It would be a terrible shame for us to part ways on. That seems like a sour note to me.
Besides, don't we have to bring her in to show the guards?
I don't think we need to bring her to the guards as a prisoner, but as a witness.
Yeah, she witnessed all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
I'd really rather not. The Taratans are not exactly pleasant.
All you have to do is say that you helped us eliminate a nest of cultists.
No, when I say not pleasant, I mean shoot on sight.
Yeah, they're also that way with Zvarts, and we were able to talk them into letting us use Zvarts as CI. They're still fine.
I know some people I can pull some favors.
Zvarts.
I know people I can pull some favors. It'll be fine. Pinky promise.
Give me a persuasion check.
$22.
Yo!
You can see the Lamia's jaw kind of tense, but fine. I'll head to the city with you.
I think it'll be a nice change of pace from living in a cave.
Is it possible for the Lamia to grow legs, or does she have to stay a snake lady, half snake lady?
Give me a history or arcana check.
Okay.
Can I make a quick insight check? Did she seem honest when she said she was going to come to the city, or does she look like she's going to bolt at the first opportunity?
Roll me an insight.
Insight. Right.
So,
Insight.
Alpha, you're pretty certain that, at least from the little bits of mythology you've heard, Lamia do not have the ability to shapeshift.
Okay.
$13 on insight.
She seems on the level. Apprehensive, but on the level.
All right.
So have we taken a long rest, or are we going to try to go for it, or what are we doing?
It has been a pretty long day. I think we should get some sleep in.
Yeah, I agree.
Alrighty. You guys bunk down for a long rest. 1 second.
We are going to set a watch.
Yeah, I'll take first.
I shall be on all watches. I'm going to keep an eye on the prisoner.
Anybody got a problem with this?
Looks good to me.
Fine.
So it is.
Yep, it'll be just a second. I'm straightening something out.
Okay. When we do stop the long rest, I do hand the Lamia the smut that she can entertain herself while we're resting.
Uh-huh.
Well, the trashy romance novel 2-7. She said it was her favorite. I figured this way she, less likely to try to murder us because she'll be reading.
Alrighty. So, you guys are here along the shoreline when you start to take your rest. And maybe about 20 minutes in, you all can see a rowboat kind of moving by the island, maybe like 200 feet away. Jaeger? You here?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long day on the lake. Getting to be the end of your adventuring day. You can see a campfire and some people on a shore on a nearby island. Kind of just off the coast of which is a series of rocky spires.
It being a long day, I start to row towards the campfire and call out, "Ho there, fine folk."
I'll kind of shake you or you wake.
What's that? We're under attack?
No, if someone's here, I'm going to go talk to them.
Alright, I'll come with.
Yeah, I'll go over to the shore. Cast light on my dagger and wave over to the approaching boat. Are you looking for something?
Just a place to rest for the night. I'm heading back towards the city in the morning, and I saw your campfire, and was wondering if we could share this night together, I guess.
This seems more like a bard thing, and I look at Catherine, because he's talking about sharing the night and all that. I don't think he wants to share the night with me.
No, not in that way.
I am
don't know. Some
incapable
people
of
do
that,
that.
human.
I don't mind sharing a camp, but there are some individuals of less savory reputation. The individuals themselves are fine folk, but if you're going to be camping with us, I would ask that you hold no judgment against them before you get to know them.
Sounds fine to me.
Wonderful. I'll bring it back to camp.
So I guess I pull my small rowboat up besides the ones that are already beached on the island.
Alrighty, yeah, you roll shore, Jaeger.
Now, let's see. He sees this motley crew of a warforged, a Goliath, a human, a gnome, 6 halflings, a snake lady.
Wait, Goliath? Where's the...
I thought Morty was a Goliath.
No, wrong campaign. Morn is a human.
He's another Warforged, I think.
Nope, wrong campaign again.
No, Artie's warforged, I thought.
Yeah, so Alpha and Artie are both warforged. Catherine's a human, Mornay's a human, Yuri's a gnome. And then you see a serpentine woman who looks like this.
Is this a uncommon collection for this part of the world?
Humans and warforged here in Hymnum? No. Alamia, absolutely.
What about the halflings?
For Hymnum, very, very small demographic, but
So
halflings are well-established people.
Okay.
Not unheard of, but not super common.
Quite the motley troop you have here.
Aye, but effective.
You know what they say, it takes all kinds. I don't know what for, but I just know they say it.
By the way, this is what Yuri looks like.
Well, thank you for your hospitality, kind strangers. But
Has he said what his name is yet?
Getting there.
have I?
Introductions take time sometimes. I don't think you did.
Oh, sorry, I thought I did.
Hey, you have one.
Yes, so my name is Jaeger, and I'm a ferryman. Is the lakes run north, south, east, west, sort of thing? No, I'm asking this out of character.
Hold on, let me turn you up a little bit.
What direction does a lake go? Or river?
Oh, the lake goes east-west.
No, so the short way across would be north-south.
Correct, if you're trying to get to the roads. Well, the passes, I should say.
Alright.
Hymnum itself is located on the west side of the lake.
Shoot, I was gonna say something, but I totally forgot about it.
Where are you heading? You're a ferryman. I assume it's somewhere along the river, lake, water.
I'm just coming back from the pass, heading back to Himnum in the morning.
Well, we'll be heading that way as well. We could use some extra boat space. Would you mind helping us? I'll pay for your services.
Yes, I have the space. What's the cargo?
People, mostly. We've only got the 2 boats and too many people to carry in one trip.
Works for me. As you can see, my boat's mostly empty on the way back. And filling that space will do much for my bottom line.
Alright, wonderful. So just running through the list of everybody. This is Alpha, Artie, I'm Catherine, that's Monet, Yuri, and the rest of the crew we're
The
just
snake lady and
bringing back home.
Jones.
A pleasure to meet all of you.
Alright, well, I'm sure you're exhausted. If you want to get some rest, I'll keep watch.
Once again, much obliged. And with that, I pull out my... Actually, I guess I don't. I guess I just, like, make a spot sort of near the fire to sleep.
Alrighty. Let's see, where is that watch order again?
Alpha on
There
all,
it is.
Catherine first, Yuri, Mornay, Artie.
Alrighty, so. The night continues. There are no disturbances during this night.
Okay.
And the next day dawns.
Cool.
What are you guys doing?
I think we're lowering up the boats and making for Hymnum.
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Did somebody ask me something?
Not that I can remember.
So did we finish a long rest?
Yes, you finished. Oh, here it is, Sleuth. Sleuth, what were the questions?
Oh, DM it.
Okay.
Do we have any problems as we take our boats to Hymnum?
No, you have no problems as you begin rowing back to Hymnum.
Who's in what boat?
Yeah, that's probably a good question. Who is in what boat? We have 3 boats.
I'm in my boat.
Who knows how to row a boat? Who's proficient in water vehicles?
I guess I am.
I am proficient in land vehicles.
All right. Well, if we need you to drive a horse across the water, then you can do that.
I know, right?
Morna, you're proficient with water vehicles, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're driving a boat. I'm assuming the bard might be proficient.
I can take the stack of halflings.
Okay.
I'm proficient with the violin, not a boat.
Artie, are you proficient with water vehicles by any chance?
No, that's not my area of expertise.
And if we just need the muscle, I can do that.
We could put Mornay, Yuri, and one of the others in the same boat, and then the other
So,
three.
like
other
this,
ones-
Jaeger with the halflings, Mornay, Yuri, Catherine, Snake Lady in the second boat, and then Artie and Alpha in the third.
Works for me. I mean, because if me and Artie, if we can't sail the boat and it sinks or something, it's really not going to affect us. We'll just walk the shore. We're warforges, remember?
Are they made out of brass or iron?
Alright, Jaeger has the halflings.
I am made of iron.
Monet
I don't
has
know.
Yuri,
That's with steel. Thank you very much. Composite.
Snake, and Catherine, and Artie, and Alpha or nothing. Okay. Looks good to me.
We set oar.
You guys set sailing, about 15 feet between each rowboat. Begin paddling back to him. As you guys are paddling along, you can see at a distance what look to be one of those iron-sided Tarotan vessels moving out of port and headed downriver. You can see the plumes of white vapor coming out of the towers on it.
You know, we could try taking the boat. I'm kidding.
Ah, damn it! I just pulled it up too.
Taking the boat where?
The Ironclad.
Oh, yeah. We should take
Old Ironsides. I guess that'd be young Ironsides, actually.
We'd have a mobile fortress on the water.
And we
Whatever.
won by every authority figure from here to Timbuktu.
Wait, I missed it. Is the Constitution here?
I made a crack as he was describing this iron-sided Tarotan vessel. About how, we could take it.
Must be one of our sister ships, the USS Dexterity or the USS Intelligence. Somebody left.
I think it's the charisma, actually, with how much he's putting the wizard into questioning his actions.
We have a wizard in the party?
Warlock.
We have a warlock?
We
No.
have a Warforged. I don't actually remember who's playing what.
Two. One's a fighter, one's an alchemist. Artificer, yeah, artificer.
So we're going to not start a short career of piracy, right? Just gonna keep sailing?
Yeah, we're just gonna keep sailing. For now.
You can see mounds of treasure on top of the vessel.
Alright, I'm sold, let's go!
Not actually.
Gilbert, you said the T word.
Titties?
I'm still sold on taking.
Typhoid. Timbuktu?
Typhon?
Timbuk 3, actually.
Typhon?
Look, Timbuk
Snake
is
Lady's
obviously
eyes
worth
light up,
350.
What under?
I said Timbuk is obviously worth 350.
Alrighty. But yeah, y'all begin sailing. Passing by the Taratan vessel. About 2 hours later, you begin pulling into the harbor.
Alright.
I hold the boat. I hold my boat on the dock and let the halflings pile off before
Alright.
tying up and grabbing a sack that was stowed underneath the seat.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and I turned to the halflings in the air. I'm like, you guys should probably all come with us to the guards, talk about what happened, clear everything up. You know, I'm sure you want to lodge a complaint about the cult and all that.
Before we actually make port, I'm going to take the chains off of the Lamia. And I probably should have asked a while ago, but what's your name? I'm just going to hold onto her arm so she doesn't run away. And so people don't get offended by a completely loose Lamia.
My name is Assus.
Alright.
Yeah, she kind of slithers up onto the docks. You can see some of the other people in the harbor kind of eyeing. And you can also see, coming down the steps, a familiar-looking man in Taratan military garb. Sergeant Abraticus Manicus.
Smile and wave.
He has a squad of 8 soldiers with him.
Not that it's any of my business, but what exactly is your group's line of work?
Detecting, mostly.
I am a friend of Yuri's, and I get dragged along into his antics. Beyond that, I work at the tavern. I mostly play the violin.
I work at the Artificers Guild, but I work with Yuri for lots of money on adventures.
I guess, unofficially, I'm a mercenary now. I think
Who
I
is this guy?
technically qualify for that. Mostly I just keep people from killing each other in bar fights.
Who is this guy, Gilbert?
The sergeant?
Or
Yeah, it's the sergeant from the resistance
day
or from
one.
the local militia.
You mean the occupying army? The resistance? The local militia? You mean the people that conquered your ass?
I mean, my answer depends on that. I try to keep myself hidden under cloaks and shit. Yeah.
We're being approached by that sergeant from the occupying force that we've made friends with. The one that we've been doing all the jobs for, that we've been, helping him with the whole.
Okay,
all right,
I'm good.
Sergeant Abraticus Manicus. You met him in episode 1.
Yeah, but to answer Jaeger's question, I'm a freelance detective, and I've been working with the good sergeant that's approaching.
pays well, does it?
Well enough. Keeps a roof over my head, food in my belly, and there's always a mystery about.
Say, if you wouldn't mind a 7th or 6th.
There's always room for more.
I can waive your transport fees. If you let me join on for a kind of
Welcome to the
whatever
team.
adventure.
Happy to have you.
Yeah, while they're having that conversation, I'll just wave down the sergeant and say, Sergeant, I think I've got some good news for you.
And as you do so, you see that squad of 8 guards kind of spread out in a line, crossbows drawn, aimed at Axis.
Whoa, hey, she's with us.
It's a long story. She's with us. She's not going to hurt anyone. She'll be on her best behavior.
By my ancestors, every time you guys get back here, it's more disgusting creatures. And why do I not need to shoot the Lamia on sight?
She's not going to hurt anyone. She is a witness to some cult.
She's on our side.
She's with us.
Give me a persuasion check.
Would I have advantage from under helping?
Sure.
20. Sergeant, have we ever steered you wrong?
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a bit of cloth, kind of balls it up and tosses it towards you. Blindfold that thing, or it's not getting off the docks.
Her? I will blindfold her. And just tell her, I hope you don't mind. It's the best we got right now. It won't be long.
And then while he's, blindfolding the Lamia, assuming the Lamia is not going to go berserk and try to kill everyone, I'll walk up to Sergeant and just kind of in a low tone so as not to alert the Lamia. I'll tell him, yeah, it was a cult of Typhon. We dealt with the cultists. We captured her. We figured you might wish to interrogate her to get intelligence, because they didn't seem like they were operating without support from elsewhere.
Typhon?
Indeed.
I don't know what that is.
I just give him this look like, what do you mean you don't know what Typhon is? Alright, big magic demon end of the world type stuff. They're an apocalypse cult.
Ah. Alright. It should be pretty simple then.
Yeah, we promised her, to let her live. She seemed rather cooperative, so keeping that tact might prove fruitful in terms of interrogation.
I'll keep it in mind.
Otherwise, we've destroyed the cult. At least that was on the island. They won't be back for quite a while, if ever.
That's good to hear. Where was the cult based?
Cave system beneath the island.
All right. Well, thank you for your assistance.
Of course, anytime. Also, you remember how those people were trying to kill me?
Indeed, the explosions.
Yeah, I pull out the other tube and I have like one in each hand. They got.
Excellent work. Is that all?
Well, unless you need an accounting of the loot we took from their place, I think that's about it.
He's going to kind of lean in conspiratorially. Don't ever have us account your treasure. You don't want the tax collectors taking a slice.
I have no idea what you're talking about. We didn't collect any treasure. It was all destroyed.
Excellent. Very good. Shame about that.
Indeed.
Well then. We'll be taking the Lamia then. Excellent work. And he pulls out a coin pouch. And
Whoa.
hands it over to you, Yuri.
Pleasure doing business. You have my card if you ever need assistance with the weird and the strange.
I'm sure we will. And he's going to signal for his men to take the Lamia into custody.
I think it would be less inconvenient if I were to bring her familiar face and all that. I'll follow you along, but no need to be rough.
I'm sure we can, walk with the guards and. Yeah, I'm saying this like to him and the sergeant. I'm sure we can, travel with the guards at least to ensure that the Lamia is delivered safely.
As much as a help as you have been, I'm going to have to draw a line on that. This has become a military matter.
While this was happening, I was off within eyesight on the dock, handing off the packages I brought in my boat and return at this moment.
All right.
And that's when Yuri kind of decides, it's like, oh yeah, oh by the way, that cult had kidnapped a bunch of halflings, so we rescued them too. They're around here somewhere.
Halflings kind of walk up, present themselves to the sergeant. They begin conversing. Kind of as he wraps up that conversation. Well then, if that's all, I need to get going.
Good luck. See you later, asses.
All right. And then the sergeant and the guards proceed to haul off the Lamia.
Well, I think we played that off pretty well.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
2 times you guys have brought people back against their better, wisdom.
and then handed them right over to the military authority for, dubious means.
You do this kind of thing much?
Actually, Tiro, from a purely statistical standpoint, them bringing in a total of 2 separate sets of hostiles is actually really unusual. Normally, they just kill them. There are normally no survivors.
Yes, but this gets us clout with the military.
I kind of side-eye the parting party. Don't look convinced.
Look, it's this way. The more enemies surrender to us, the less we have to fight. The less we have to fight, the less chance of us getting shot in the ass. The less times we get shot in the ass, the less chance of us getting killed.
Fair enough, works for me.
Also, then I open up the coin purse. What did we get paid?
200 gold pieces.
All right. How many of us are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Six.
6 now.
All right. Everybody gets 100 gold. Because we also had some from the loot in the tunnels.
I wasn't really a part of this adventure yet.
I give you 100 gold regardless.
If you insist.
I don't. If you don't want it, I'll keep it.
Well, my parents told me to never refuse a gift.
Yuri, what loot? It's a shame it was all destroyed.
Huh?
It's a shame all the loot from that adventure was destroyed and we
Wait, you got
bring
loot
it
out of
home.
that adventure? And I'm like eyeing this obvious stone basin you're carrying.
Oh, this is memorabilia from home.
Oh, okay. Let's go home. By the way, Diego, do you have a place to stay here in town?
Here and there, nothing permanent.
I mean, we got these apartments over in the projects. You can stay with me if you need to.
Much obliged.
I think we start heading through town to the apartments then.
Alrighty. You guys head to your apartments.
Have our apartments been ransacked again?
No.
If you want, I can always just break into your apartment and ransack it while you're in there.
I mean, is it really breaking if I let you in?
It is if I kick the door off the hinges.
Well, don't do that. I just repaired the hinges. It's not like we stole any replacement doors from the dungeon.
Yeah, fair point. I don't want to go back now and get those doors.
We call it the Home Depot mission. We just go and steal all the doors from the dungeon.
Well, now you have 3 boats, too.
That's what I mean.
Honestly, the doors would probably float, too. You would just have to tow them behind.
Alrighty, yeah. You guys head back to your apartments. Say hi to your doorman. He, nods as you guys enter.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see a pair of familiar faces entering their own apartment. A hostess Columbanus and Aria Minervalis. The 2 mages that you assisted earlier in the mountains.
Oh, hey, they lived.
They lived. And apparently now live in the same building as you.
Those were the guys that were about to get fucked by the mechanical beholder, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's neat. I go and say hi.
And
Oh,
I'll,
Yuri, welcome.
hi, I'm here too.
Catherine?
Oh, hey, so you guys are living here now?
Yes, due to some of our new work, we figured it might as well get some more permanent accommodations here.
Oh, what you working on?
We've picked up some archaeological work in the Undercity.
Really?
Yep. Our patron has apparently finished his work up in the mountains and decided that we would be best served here in the city itself. Thank you, by the way, for preventing us from being murdered.
Oh yeah, anytime. Hey, if you ever find any like weird shit in the Undercity that's just unexplained and you need some help, you can give me a ring.
You'll be the first to know.
Also, the guy you're working for, is he like this old guy, bald? I give him a good description of that guy we met up in the mountains after an unfortunate misunderstanding with his guards.
Under.
Yeah,
The guy wasn't old or bald.
he wasn't.
No.
Well, I only wrote down old guy in the mountains, so I made some assumptions.
Yeah, no. The guy you met in the mountains was a more akin to a beef slab of a man.
The guy doing the archaeological dig thing up there with the magic battery.
Yes, that'd be our patron.
Oh, okay, yeah, we've met him before. Nice guy.
Yeah, he told us about an accident that occurred up at that location. Decided that we'd be best served here in the safety of the city. Didn't really go into details there, but we try not to pry.
Yeah, you never know what might happen out there. Mechanical beholders, bandits, cults of the Hydras and shit like that. I mean, who knows what could happen outside the city. I'm sure you're safe here.
Say what?
Cult of what? You've met like Hydras and shit? Or
No, Catherine, that cult we just crushed for the guards, that was the cult of the Hydra.
oh, I thought they were just cult of people who like snakes. I don't fucking know.
Nah, they actually had a name and a letterhead and everything. Remember, they kept blowing me up?
Yeah, and it was kind of annoying.
Right?
It blew like everyone up.
What the Dungeon Master calls the cult of the Hydra. What Sleuth believes it's called, the affiliate associates of people who are enthusiastic about snakes.
Look, they like snakes. They're weird. They're the snake cult.
Yeah, pretty much.
They didn't even have a Hydra. What kind of Hydra cult is that?
I think they were trying
Full
to
of shit.
summon or create one.
Yeah, well, they're full of shit.
Well,
Terrible
actually,
cult
they're
anyways.
dead, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they were full of shit. Now they're dead, which serves them right. Anyways,
Yeah, anyway, person who I forgot your name. Good meeting you. Let us know if you ever need any help.
Hostess and Arya kind of wish you a good day and step into their apartment.
I'll just kind of walk away and whisper to Yuri, there's no way it's a coincidence, right?
Nah,
They're
that
being
old
paid
guy's.
to keep an eye on us.
Oh, I was about to say they were, they're being paid to act as stooges and lure us into a trap in the Undercity so the old guy can kill us.
Probably both.
Well, just keep the plan in mind, and should the shit happens, we'll meet up at the place. And then I walk off
course.
into my room.
Yeah, I'll head to my room too. Find somewhere feng shui to stick that basin. And then put it in the opposite corner.
You're trying to produce inauspicious omens in your apartment. Yes,
Yes.
indeed. You will not be able to cultivate very successfully. God, I fucking hate that video. Too much of its words are permanently implanted in my brain now.
Which one is
Good.
it?
The Seth Cetach amazing cultivation simulator.
Oh.
Good. Suffer.
Yep. So you
Alright.
notice as Yuri like walks into his apartment because you said you're going to stay with him. You notice like the frosted glass window that you see like on noir detective offices, and it says the shuffle of things.
An interesting company name there.
Yeah, it like I said, keeps a roof over my head. Interesting things happening. Anyway, I don't really have a spare bed, and I point to this ratty old like leather couch on the side. That is present like every detective's office. It's like standard issue. Yeah, but that couch is a lot comfier than it looks. You're more than welcome to sleep on there till you find a place.
Well, thank you very much. I sit down and then immediately stand up and pull a spring out of him. That was sticking out of the cushion.
Yep.
And put it to the side.
I'm more surprised that this antiquity couch has springs in it. Fucking gnomes.
Yeah.
Their unnatural and strange desires of furniture.
You never know when their weirdness just springs out of nowhere.
6.
Does someone have mute privileges?
I do. Wasn't me.
Comedy.
Did somebody kick him?
No, I left.
No.
Alrighty.
No
Well, I
one.
guess
I left her.
somehow avoided combat entirely today.
Look, we're not that much of a disaster magnet.
At least not all the time.
They actually rolled good on the persuasion.
How many sessions has it been we still haven't burned down the apartment building?
Like 4.
Honestly, I'm really
5.
surprised by that.
I mean, we have stripped it bare, though.
One time. We looted the place one time.
Wait, you guys looted your own place?
Well, the landlord, the owner's, place.
Well, it belonged to somebody else at first. Now it belongs to us because the landlord's dead. But
That's not how it works.
Yeah, we have to kill him in order to claim it. Right now, it's just landlordless.
I see.
Actually, a fun bit of information that most of you would probably have some concept of. So, with Palmaris dead, it is, in all likelihood, like basically anything that he owns is likely going to be covered by his will, and the next landlord is, in all likelihood, going to be, say, a family member. Or a person put in charge of it by a family member.
Oh, so a ticking time bomb.
What?
No, never mind. I misunderstood that then, I guess.
What we have to do is when we find out the next person who is in charge of it, We have to find out where they keep their will so we can modify it.
And then, arrange for their untimely demise via cult.
Naturally.
Why do we want to own an apartment building?
Money. And it would be funny.
When was the last time you paid rent?
We don't talk about that with
Before
the
the
DM here.
adventure started. And then he fucking died.
Hey, laundering money.
Alright then, so. Yeah, you guys have reached the end of an actual prepared arc. So now we're in down season time.
Cool.
Each episode.
Close. Actually, in about a week, you guys have a major holiday coming up.
Filler episode. That
Christmas
beach
special.
episode.
Indeed. 10 days from now is a festival in celebration of Wolfard and Onthol.
Yeah, it's called Nattersalia or something.
The, I mean, Saturnalia? Or are you thinking Lupercalia?
I said Nattersalia because it sounds like off-brand Saturnalia.
Before this,
He's
would
calling
there
out
be
your.
have been any issue with me selling some of the jewelry, loot, and stuff that we found? The art object?
No, I don't see anything that would stop you.
Okay. Just checking.
And I'll sell the wine.
All right, yeah. And so in honor of, well, normally during this celebration, there would be, special gladiatorial games that are held. Those haven't been held for about 3 years because of the, whole war. With the war over, and with the garrison's permission, they have decided to allow the gladiatorial games back. So if you guys would like, that is an option. Money, fame, and, the things that come with money and fame are potentially yours.
And
Alcohol.
everything else the world had to offer.
You want my treasure? You can have it.
I'm guessing they look down on gnomes and just whip out a revolver and shoot the opponent.
Not really.
They don't look down on that?
Tournament arc.
Magic's fine.
Is it a death match or is it just a knockout?
Well, that depends on which kind of games you choose to get in. Because they have both.
Oh boy.
Well, okay, there's the death matches, and then there's the not death matches, which, while they do have people on hand to ensure that you're probably not going to die,
Accidents
there's
happen,
still
sort of thing.
yeah, there's always the risk that you could possibly die. They've got people with medical skills on hand, but if you get chunky salsa, you get chunky salsa.
Chunky, you say?
Yeah, chunky salsa.
I guess that's better than pureed.
And that's better than fine red mist.
I mean, all three are possible. It's just most likely to be chunky salsa.
What about pico de gallo?
It's possible.
But yeah, this would raise the question. Does the party have interest in participating in these events?
I might have interest in participating, but not as a combatant.
I would
Oh.
agree.
I feel like Mornay might have the right skill set to be like a boxing coach.
Artie would definitely compete, and he would definitely go for all the money.
Do they like hire musicians for like a, I don't know, halftime show or something?
In a sense, yes. Yes, there is functionally a
Little
series of
intermission.
it's not quite a halftime show so much as
I'll be in it.
like an intermission.
Get snacks, bathroom,
It's a
alcohol.
combat art. I will definitely be in it.
Precisely, they start taking care of some of like the below Coliseum type stuff, getting everything sorted. The performers do the performance stuff, and they kind of swap it out, and then
That is pretty much exactly my shtick. So I'd probably go for a performer spot.
All right. So, do we have anybody that is actively participating in the arena combat itself?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still thinking of how exactly I want to do this.
Yeah, this is partly me asking this so that if the party is not interested, I don't have to prep it upcoming because there's still a little bit between. There's still 10 days between then and that.
This could definitely
celebrations.
be interesting.
Well,
Oh,
Mornay, you have like those criminal connections, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about how we could get involved.
Well, you could be the quote-unquote coach of a fighter who goes into there.
And make him lose on purpose.
Exactly. Yeah, work with your boss to, have him bet, and yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, we can black
Morna,
box this shit.
You can't coach someone and bet against them, but
I can't bet against them, but I can pay other people to bet against them for me.
Just saying, I don't have a dog in this fight.
Would you like one?
I have no idea what you could possibly be talking about. But if you were to coach, I'm sure something can be arranged.
Well, do you want to be the fighter?
No. I play violins. I don't punch the shit out of people.
Right. Yeah, we'll have to find some rube. Somebody who thinks he's hot shit.
I'm fighting.
I think you just found your guy, Mornay.
Hey, Alpha, do you want Mornay to be your coach?
Sure.
I'm honestly not sure if I could successfully make Alpha lose, though. It's the thing.
Yeah, that's true. Really, you need to find somebody that Alpha can beat the crap out of.
Yeah.
Hey, remember those cultists, like those amateur cult assassin guys that stopped us in an alley that one time and we just utterly wrecked their shit?
Those were the in an alley?
Yeah, they weren't cultists. They were
you're
like
thinking
a rival
of the rival gangsters.
Yeah, the rival gangsters. We did kill them? Damn.
I think we killed most of them. There was one that I left in that pig pen somewhere.
Yeah, we should.
I could convince him to fight.
Go pick him up. I will be your coach. You will fight.
Oh, come on. This would be an easy thing to talk some schmuck into.
Now, I would totally help Mornay act as a talent scout and find somebody for him to coach.
Yes.
Air quotes around the coach.
Interesting. All right.
Am I able to give bardic inspiration for Yuri looking out, scout for some people?
That is absolutely something that you can do. 1 second. Tira, you know you're allowed to speak out loud, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I suppose first of all, because this will kind of affect the quality of people you're trying to find. So, are you trying to get a person for the death match, or for the non-lethal games?
That's a
Considering
good-
that we're going to need to convince them to take a fall at some point, probably the non-lethal.
Yeah.
Which makes more money?
Well, I think the deathmatch probably makes more money, but it's also risky.
Oh, it makes so much money.
The
So-
problem is actually convincing someone to throw the fight in a death match.
Oh, well, we don't have to convince them to throw it. We just have to get them to throw it.
Yeah,
Why,
but they're
it's
going to
happening.
die. So what threat do you have besides we'll kill you? Do you know?
No, I'm not saying we have to
Bring
threaten
people
them.
back to life if they die.
I'm
We
saying
know
he doesn't need
alchemists,
to.
right?
He doesn't need to be in on it at all. I'm saying we can just sabotage him and get him killed on purpose.
He's got a
Oh,
world-class
okay, yeah, that would
coach.
work.
He will be the best fighter in the city. What could possibly go wrong? And
Yeah,
think of
actually-
all the money he could make.
What we really need to find is like some kid with tons of confidence who thinks he can go out there and kick ass, and then I'm gonna like show him how to do it and then get him killed.
Doesn't this sound like like we should just find some like real shitty gangster that was trying, like that rival gangster that was trying to kill us earlier?
Yeah, except that guy knows me.
Right. I mean, someone like him.
Yeah, but somebody
him.
like that.
But it'll,
Somebody with lots of balls and nothing else.
they would have to be good enough though that other people would take them seriously.
Yeah, no, they'd have to be decent, and I can make them look decent, but utterly useless. I will train him wrong on purpose.
Gilbert, as someone who works consistently in a bar, do I know anyone who's fitting that criteria?
1 second. So for the dueling arena stuff, that is the rewards that you make depending on how high they get up there. This is like, the pot that they can potentially make outside of betting.
And that's the non-lethal fighting?
This is non-lethal. The death matches work a bit differently with that in terms of reward.
How so?
It's based off of like raw betting.
So
Basically,
the winner
you
gets a
get
cut of the bets.
Exactly. Winner gets a cut of the bets. The regular dueling stuff has a prize amount that you get. Death matches are percent of bet.
So if you were just to like run around and just keep shooting someone, there wouldn't be a lot of action, and they probably wouldn't be a lot of betting.
So, save your gun for last.
Oh no, I'm not going into the deathmatch. That's for other people. I'm a detective, not a fighter.
Well, how big is the arena? Or do we not know yet?
Details I haven't quite worked out because I wasn't sure how interested the party would be.
Well, what else would there be to do during this time?
I would say this, though. It is a circular arena. Minimum size is probably, let's see, given this average gladiatorial space. So, hold on.
So, alright, here's the plan. We find someone we can convince they're a rogue. All they need to do is hide in the corner. No one will ever find them there.
Rogue hides in quarter, gets disqualified because no one ever sees him show up for the match.
Alright, so let's see. Apparently the Roman Colosseum was about 620 feet by 513 feet. This isn't quite that big.
Are there going to be lion fights?
Yes, and other stuff.
Like a Lamia and Svarts?
Who knows?
Will there be mahogany doors?
Absolutely.
Also, how
God,
many...
there's a part of me like a complete shitpost who wants to be like, and the award for this, like it's a bunch of like sensible stuff and a fine pair of mahogany doors.
Also, how many fights per day will we be doing?
Like I said, still working on some of that stuff. A good portion of this is just like finding out what the party actually wants to do. That way I can prepare the right stuff. Because I know not everyone is going to want to actually fight. So
I'm not going to be fighting. I'm going to be tipping the scales.
Exactly. I'd probably say that, given how it works, there'd be 4 fights. 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and champion, assuming you beat the qualifiers.
So that's 4 fights, like 4 person for the entire tournament. But like, how many long runs?
So basically, there is a set of rules in Xanathars, I believe it is, that covers, like, matches. Player beats those, then they go to, like, the ones that we actually, pilot stuff for. You know what I mean? There's minor stuff, and then there's these, like, top 4 big league stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Still kind of working on how I'm going to run that part, because I partly just polling to see what you guys want to do. For example, rigging the game. Mornay.
That's the idea.
Indeed. All of this being said, there is I guess you could say, a single major difference between, deathmatch and a regular dueling match outside of, the death part. There is also no restrictions on, weapons or any other thing like that with the death matches. Like, you are free to do literally anything. There's no such thing as a cheap shot.
Who supplies the food for the fighters?
Good questions. What should I be preparing? What are you guys planning?
Well, I'll probably be assisting Mornay in his fixing of the fights, and if some food services were adulterated with certain substances that I may acquire from Artie, who's to say what might happen to those fights?
Laxatives. Just dump a whole can of Pepto-Bismol in everybody's food.
I'm gonna fight in the arena, and I'll probably be in the death match too.
Bold choice.
All the way up sees that he's a battle droid. He can't test himself unless it's in actual combat.
Watch
And,
those wrist rockets.
and then like the arena where where it was non lethal, no injury, no risk for that. So he's gonna go with the lethal side.
It'd be hilarious if like 2 party members entered the lethal tournament and had to fight each other.
You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm grinning.
I mean, because I'm sure the DM will have a way to revive the character because, throwing our characters away like that, and something that's going to be actual fun with actual prizes, he wouldn't do that.
It is entirely optional. This is something we are going out of our way to ask for at this point.
This is basically entirely optional, and also, there's no law that says a person that dies in the death matches can't get, resurrected. It's just that they're not fronting the cost. If you get fucked up in the just the dueling arena, they've got a bunch of the medical stuff covered. Like, you don't need to worry about supplying your own health potions and whatnot. Deathmatch, though, if you die, hey, if you can get brought back to life, that's fine, but it's out of your pocket.
I might actually try the non-lethal one.
Dying is expensive.
It is. And painful.
So, since Alpha really wants to do the death match instead of the non-lethal match, I'll do the non-lethal, so that way one of us doesn't basically guarantee die.
All right. So who do I have here doing what?
Atherin, non-lethal.
All right.
Artie is non-lethal.
All right. Alpha's going lethal. Did I hear that right, Alpha?
Mister?
Yes, you got that right. I am going lethal.
I think you cut off there.
He said yes, he's going lethal. And then it sounded like Yuri and Mornay were getting some schmuck to...
I'm helping Mornay with his plan. It's Mornay's idea. I'm backing him on this. I really don't.
Yeah.
I'm really not a kid out for a fighter like this.
Yeah.
Neither am I, so I think I'll help him too.
All right. So let's see. I guess for ease of play and whatnot, I think we'll have the dueling arena stuff be tag team. So Artie and Catherine will be on a team. Is that cool with you guys?
Yeah, works for me.
Sure.
Alrighty. Or would you prefer to go solo?
I mean, if we're doing teams, could like lethal also be team based? Because like if it is, then I probably wouldn't mind joining Alpha.
Sure, why not?
Oh God, is it gonna be like super?
You're gonna face a team that's gonna consist of a Lamia, 4 Zvarts, and a single house cat. The house cat is the captain of the team.
Well, you always go for the captain first.
Careful, he's
But
more
yeah.
hit points than you.
But yeah, no, I don't plan on making this like completely outrageous. Like you go into the death match and you walk into the arena and face off with like a level 20 fighter wielding a, I don't know, fucking gun.
It's a shape-changed ancient gold dragon.
With a minigun.
2 miniguns. They're big.
With exploding rounds.
Ah, yes, my favorite 50 cal, the Mark II 11. Norwegians have the right idea, calling it the Red Waterfall. It's a high explosive incendiary armor piercing shot. Yeah, I'll be doing non-lethal with or without a team. Sounds like they want to do lethal as a team.
Alrighty. Alpha and RD team.
I mean, I can do both, right?
Yes.
So I'm on both teams.
Alright, so Alpha, Artie, and Catherine are going to be in the fight. And then Mornay, Yuri, and Jaeger are all going to be engaging in crime.
Shenanigans.
The secret ingredient to all great endeavors.
Oh, mine's not secret.
It's not crime, it's...
Is there
Alright, yeah, it's
actually a
crap. There's
law
plenty around it.
against fixing the games?
Hey,
Oh.
Mornay, Yuri, you should totally rig our match. Help us win.
I don't control the brackets.
Yeah, but like you're planning on cheat for the lethal fights. Since that's where most of the betting's anyway.
Right. Makes sense to me.
Alright. Okay, so then Mornay, Yuri, and Jaeger, are you guys working together?
I forget, what is he trying to do again?
I was just helping you out.
I was just helping you out.
So like, it's your
I was just
plan. I'm
helping
just
you
going
out.
along with it.
Okay, so it sounds like the three of you are assisting each other.
Mornay's in the lead, and then and Jaeger and I are assisting him.
Alright.
As necessary.
And Mornay, what give me the breakdown of the scheme.
So it's occurred to me that we might not even have to look for somebody, because I have enough of a reputation that, especially with the help of 2 people, I can start advertising that I'm trying to like back a contestant in the death matches.
And
Okay.
hell, that's something even I could help advertise at the bar. It's like, hey, I know a guy who's looking to coach a fighter for the tournament.
And I'm sure there's enough, young bucks going around to sign up for something like that. So all I have to do is pick the stupidest one.
Alright, so what you're doing here is you're trying to drum up a schmuck who you know will get killed so that you can make it look like you should be betting for him and then bet against him.
Exactly. I'm going to use my reputation to try and draw in potential candidates and also at the same time make it look like he's likely to win, but then secretly make sure that he loses.
All right. So,
Man, you can communicate this so well with a musical number.
You should totally help him win some of the fights, and then lose.
Oh, yeah, obviously, he has to qualify.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, you win the early matches to drum up all the betting. And then, like, the semifinals or something where there's a fuckload of betting going on with it, then he throws it.
No, he's not going to throw. He's just going to lose.
Well, yeah.
he's going to die.
Unintentional
There's
throw.
not going to be any throwing involved.
True enough. He will be trying his best, and he will fail.
Yeah, technically, I'm the one throwing.
I mean,
Wait, what? Or okay.
Wait, how are you throwing?
I'm throwing by training him wrong.
just promise to resurrect him if he dies. And
I do not have the ability to do that.
Yeah, but promise anyway.
You have the ability to promise.
I do have the ability to promise. You're right, but I won't.
He also has a 500 gold, 500 GP diamond. Well, you guys do. That you could even use as visual leverage. I should not be helping the players.
Yeah, but let's not waste that on them.
Yeah, we're not going to waste it on him.
well,
I never said you.
use
I
it
said
as
you
a-
can show it off and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, see, we can do it." All right then. So things I'll have to do: come up with some new young buck that Mornay can, send off to his death, and create some interesting fights. All right.
Do we get a level?
We just got a level.
You literally just leveled up.
Okay, we'll probably get one at the end of the if we survive the what you call it.
Yeah, what's the name of this tournament arc?
The tournament arc.
The Heaven's Arena Exams of Power.
God damn it, man! No. Let me see what fantasy name generator has.
Man, are we taking the? We always have a tournament arc, second arc in these anime.
Yeah, because the
Oh
second
god
arc needs to
damn it!
introduce
No,
more
that
supporting
wasn't even
characters.
intentional.
I mean, the second arc is always the arena arc, the
Oh,
tournament
no,
arc.
this is where the villain is going to turn up. Shit.
Yeah, all right. He's going to turn up at the end. It happens.
Don't mind, I'll take a glass of orange juice over ice.
He's going to be like the final boss in the death match, and he's going to kill whoever he's fighting against, probably the sergeant, and he's going to announce himself as the big bad, vanish in a puff of smoke, and then we're going to have to chase him down. I've literally seen that in 6 different anime.
All I can think of that follows that closely is Yu Yu Hakusho, but I'm sure there's others.
I mean, it happens in Naruto with Gaara.
Oh my god, I just realized what I'm doing. Mornay is Orochimaru in this scenario.
You guys are making me hate this. You are making me hate this so
You
much.
chose to be friends with me and Mister.
I did. God damn you weebs.
I also remember this happening in the game Fable.
I
Never actually played it.
No, that was an Xbox game. I was more on the PlayStation side.
Alrighty, yeah. So, what
So are we
exactly
calling it
do
here?
you... Yeah, I think we'll call it